Hello.
Howdy,
Brooke.
howdy.
Brooke and Randall Fowler
Yes, sir.
from Married as Fuck.
Yeah.
In the house.
How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good, man. We appreciate you having us on.
We appreciate you guys coming on. How long have you guys been married as fuck?
Well, I'd say we've been married as fuck for like 9 years, but legally married 3 years on October 5th. We just had our 3-year anniversary, but we have a 5-year-old son, so
Ah, yes.
clearly we're naughty sinners right off the bat.
How long have you guys been doing the show?
Since February, like end of February this year. So
Cool.
a little under 8 months.
What made you guys start it?
Well, really, I guess we can it starts with the national championship bet, right?
Yeah. I mean, that is where it all started. So we did a bet
Oh.
for the national championship game in January. Randall's a big Alabama fan, and I graduated from Georgia. So we upped the stakes on our usually pretty tame football bets and did a tattoo bet where the loser had to get the logo of the winning team tattooed on him. And I think everybody knows how that went down. So I lost.
I don't. Oh, you lost. Okay, I was gonna ask.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not a college football fan, sorry. Yeah, Alabama won. I had to get an Alabama tattoo, and we Randall like drew up these contracts, and we did this like silly on Facebook. We like posted these videos of us signing contracts, and we're so serious about it. And like a radio station here picked it up. It was on the news, and we actually got the Burt Show is in Atlanta. It's a pretty big top 40 station, but they invited us in to like the morning after the game, and they were like, hey, we'll get whoever the loser is tattooed in studio. So
Nice.
that kind of just piqued our interest with like just being out in the public, and
Oh, that's so cool.
so here we are.
Awesome.
I heard you guys are known for your bets, though. Jody from Po' Boys said he lost a bet to Randall, and he has to read porn to his mom.
Oh yeah, not just porn. He has to read some erotica that I wrote.
Oh, you wrote
that's
it?
amazing.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love it.
And I've already written a smidget of it, and I read a little bit of it on Drinks with Larry when we went on with them, just kind of like a snippet, because I'm not finished with it yet. Jody will have it within the next week, so he can do his episode with it. But of course, the character in the erotica is Jody B. And it basically is a shower scene where he's in the shower with himself and his favorite ass plug, and
It's very
just
graphic.
playing with his butt pussy and abusing his pencil thin cock with a bar of soap, and
He's got
kind
to
of goes from there.
But he has to say all this to it, read all this to his
To
mother.
his mother. Yeah.
To his mother.
Yeah.
We're never making a bet with you guys. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the funny part about Jody B though is
He's
one of the
down.
first podcasts I ever listened to when we started doing it. We did our horrible first episode, and I was kind of researching. I'm like, God, we're awful. How can we learn? So I started watching other ones and listening. And I watched the one where y'all did with Jody B, and when he was telling the story about him getting shot.
Yes.
I was like one of the first ones, so I was like, this is way too deep. We don't know shit about anything cool like this. We just talk about dicks and sex and having fun while you're married, and
That's
that
cool.
it's not always a trap, that you can actually enjoy your marriage and
I need
still
to
have
go-
a great fuck life.
I need to go watch that. I bet that's good.
It was a great episode, but it was just funny because I was watching when Jody was telling the story, they were like, I was watching the video and they were just hooked. They were like, holy motherfucker.
It's pretty.
We were hooked on every word. Yeah, it was like you were just waiting. Like, wow.
Well, the fact that he survived that and is like, he doesn't have any. I mean, like his jaw, there's a piece missing, but the fact that like he speaks perfectly and it's.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I love. I think it was you, Randall, who was explaining the way he talks, and you said it was like gangster Southern. Like it is. It is
gangster
exactly
country.
how he talks. Yes, it is exactly. I was like, I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, it is. It's a very, you find it down here in the South a good bit, but most of the time you feel like it's forced. I believe that's really just Jody B.
Yes.
That's real
Agreed.
deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that guy. He's become one of our best friends. With podcasting, we're still pretty new, but
yeah.
most of the people are pretty fucking awesome, and they help each other. And it's not a bunch of do you run into the few occasional dicks and trolls and
yeah.
and shit? And I know you guys know about that. People trolling and stuff. This Twitter world is new to me. So.
It's Trolltember, so be careful, guys. It could come for you. I don't know. We won't. We hope not.
I heard about your troll capades.
This is trollrific.
This is trollnificent.
Yeah.
No, I mean I love a good, a little bit of good podcast beef.
I do
Jody B
too.
was texting me the other day. He mentioned that to me. He's like, man, I love a little bit of good podcast beef every now and again,
Yeah.
just to keep things mixed up. But I mean, I've never seen people. You learn once you're on Twitter a little bit. People make it's crazy. They go out of their way and make really fake accounts. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's so clearly fuckery, and they just they think it's.
They can't help it. It's all they know. It's all they know. I don't know. I was listening to you guys too, and I was telling Slim earlier. You guys had a shot called Pineapple Tits. I wanted to try it. It was pineapple juice and muscle vodka, right?
Yes.
We just had one.
Yeah.
We went live before we came on here with you guys to.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we took a pineapple tits. It's fucking
It's
delicious.
delicious.
So
Sounds
good.
like
It's
it.
dangerous. Like, yeah, that could get you wasted real quick if you're not paying attention.
Do you guys? Oh,
I was
sorry.
just saying, is it just vodka and pineapple juice?
That's it.
That's it, and it's not much pineapple juice. Really, just like a
A splash.
dollop.
Yeah.
And you got about 1.5 ounces of muscle vodka, and then a dash of that pineapple. But
How is that muscle vodka?
so strong.
It's good.
It is?
That muscle vodka is really good.
I'm not a real vodka drinker,
Yeah.
but like I'll enjoy some Bellevue or some Grey Goose. I will.
Well, I need to ask you: have you tried Connor's whiskey? Because we got it and reviewed it the other day.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Oh, okay.
you don't drink
All right.
whiskey.
Yeah, but
I'm not a whiskey drinker. I think Slim.
I do.
is-
I like whiskey. I like single malt scotches, stuff like that.
then you'll probably hate it because
You would-
everyone that I know that's like big into it is like, this is rotten.
Oh, really?
This
I
is
was gonna say I
garbage.
would trust his review more than ours, though.
I
Oh,
know.
100%.
I'll try to get a bottle of it for next week, and I'll review it live on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hung out with David, the producer, and he bought me like a 9-year-old Scotch or whatever, and it was just good. It was good, and I'm not a
They'll
Scotch.
get you the real deal shit. Him and
Oh, they are like
Oh,
that's
Scotch,
real deal.
bourbon kind of
Yes.
sewers over there.
Yes, they are. They don't fuck around, those two.
No,
Yeah,
that is hardcore. We are pussies when it comes to that.
yeah,
like,
we also we came up pretty, poor, so we've always drank the good cheap shit.
Me too.
Kind of stuck with it.
He
We
did.
never got fancy.
I just like beer.
Yeah, I'm a beer guy. I was always a beer guy, but then he got me hooked. David sent us a bottle of absinthe, and ever since
Ooh.
I love the absinthe. I drink
What?
it every show.
Yeah, Rob replaced Tennessee with
Hennessy.
absinthe. You were doing
Hennessy,
Hennessy
not
for
Tennessee. Yes.
Hennessy for a while.
Yeah, I do, and I still love Hennessy every now and then. I do. I love Henny, but this absinthe is like, oh my god, just great. It's more of a high.
Right. That's what. I've
Yeah.
I've only taken like one shot of absinthe in my life, but I just always picture that movie like Euro Trip, where they do like the little ferry.
I don't do the shots. I water it down with some ice, and it's good. We've had one guest do a straight shot, and we had one
Several.
guest try to, and yeah, it's like, oh, I don't think I could do a shot.
What's its strength compared to PGA? That we had when we had that fucking bottle of PGA, and we were gonna take shots of it, and then I opened it, and it smelled like floor cleaner, and I said,
Oh,
nah.
no.
It says what it says. Oh, this says 55% alcohol, but it's
Yeah,
got
no.
that wormwood in it,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
it's supposed to make you like hallucinate and shit
That's-
if you drink
yeah.
a lot of it.
I've never had that. At least that I know.
I've
of.
never tried it. I'm intrigued now, though.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Randall's gonna come home with a bottle of absinthe tomorrow. Like,
Make sure you get it with the wormwood though, because they sell the ones without, and I heard that it's not even worth buying it without.
that must have been the kind that I tried back in college or whatever, because I was like,
Oh.
this is bullshit. I
It
did a
says-
shot of it, and nothing happened.
110 proof. It says right on it. 110
Holy
proof.
balls! 110 proof.
Yeah.
That's good.
Lord. How do you
That'll
drink
do the
it?
job.
You drink it just like on the rocks or what?
A shot and a half over ice, and then slowly pour water into the glass, and it turns like milky. It turns from like neon green to like milky white.
Interesting. That's like
Yeah.
a science experiment.
Yes.
People actually recommend doing it with. It comes with like this spoon,
sugar
and you're supposed to put like a
spoon,
sugar cube
Oh,
on the spoon,
And
and
let
then
it-
pour the liquor like over the sugar
over
cube.
it. David said,
Yeah.
"Don't do that, though." David said,
Oh,
"Nah,
okay.
that's for pussies."
Holy shit, that was the cough medicine that I grew up on with my grandparents. It was a spoonful of whatever and some sugar, and
Yeah.
you would just sleep until you were better.
Like a hot toddy, they put some whiskey in there.
Yeah,
and-
but we were 5. And
Yeah.
Here, this'll clear up your cough.
I mean, it was the 80s.
It worked.
Everything was fine in the 80s,
It's
right?
fine.
Yeah. I could go to the corner store for my grandfather and get his cigarettes in elementary school. It was the 80s.
Yeah.
It was the 80s.
Oh man, I grew up with guys that their damn parents would let them light their cigarettes for them, like when they were 8.
Oh, my mom taught me how to make her scotch and water and her scotch and like my dad
Yeah.
taught me how to make his martini when I had to use a step stool to get to the counter. So
The good old days.
I
Yeah.
was like 6.
Yeah, Brooke's got the gene for sure. She's the bigger drinker of the two of us. If it's beer, she can go beer for beer with any man I've ever met.
Wow.
Like, for time too. I mean, we went to a country music festival years back, and we looked up at the end of the day, we had both drank over 20 beers.
We got a 30 pack, I
Yeah,
thought.
and I was destroyed, and
You
she
were
was like,
shit-faced.
I'm cool.
She was
As long
rocking.
as I'm just keep drinking them.
Has she ever had to like kick somebody's ass? Like you're just too drunk
Ooh.
and you can't fuck anyone up, but Brooke is just fucking people
Ah.
up.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a couple of when we were younger. I'm the bigger guy. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen me. I'm a pretty big, huge guy.
You're a burly man, Randall.
She's
Yeah.
she's a little girl, but when it comes down to, you would think it's opposite. I've pulled her out of altercations. She's never pulled me out of one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
But
I love your picture. Did you get that done just for the show with the Elmo backdrop?
Yes.
Yeah, we took that in our living room. That's my
Yeah.
son's sleeping bag that we hung
Oh.
hung on the wall.
Yep.
It is
and
one
with
of
our-
those perfect, like, awkward family photos. It's like Brooke
So we were
looks
going
like
for kind of like the Goldbergs.
yeah.
But
Brooke looks way too serious. Randall's got the smile and holding the dog, and there's an Elmo backdrop. I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, you got to catch the 2 watches
Yeah, he's
too.
got
I've got
2
watches on both hands.
like,
Oh.
You do.
Oh my god, I love that. I'm so glad you told us. Holy shit.
Yeah, we don't think we'll ever be able to top that picture, and we did it
No.
in 5 minutes.
yeah, I don't think
Oh,
ever.
no. It's perfect.
But
I
yeah, I,
love the
wanted to
dog.
share this since you brought up the story about having her kick somebody's ass. This is a great story. I had to pull her out of a stripper's hair
Oh,
at a strip joint
I
in
was trying to
Atlanta
pull her hair. Her nasty
in a fight.
dreadlocks
They
out.
were fighting, and they rolled out of the women's shitter, and I had to break them up.
How did that start? I gotta know. How did that fight
Well, I mean,
start?
clearly booze, but
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy. It's a little fuzzy.
Yeah,
From what
that
I
happens.
remember, she was just a bitch, and she came in and like cut in line in front of me and my friend, and like said something to one of my friends, and that was it.
Ah.
yeah.
There
But
you
the
go.
funny part is, I break them up to save both of their lives, and the bouncers throw me out.
Oh no.
I get thrown out. Neither one of them even gets a word said to them. They're like, "You're out of here, Mister."
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, she worked there.
I
so-
know. She was like their featured, and she was a stink whore though.
Well,
man.
this was
she
at
was
the.
like, she was their like taboo, covered in tattoos.
Well, no.
and
This was the
dreadlocks.
Claremont Lounge, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to Atlanta and been to the Claremont Lounge, but it's like it's iconic because it's just this. There's several strippers there that are probably 50 plus, and like it's just badass.
That
And-
is what our intern is into. He's into older women, but he's not here. He's gone for a few months.
He would love it then. Tell him if he ever comes to Atlanta, go to the Claremont Lounge. But this chick was like younger. She was like the new crop or whatever, but she had like
Oh.
long ass dreadlocks and like she was.
She smelled like a litter box.
Oh no. No.
She was just a bitch, and
was
she
dirty.
yeah, and I can get kind of feisty, and this was many years ago,
And she started
No.
the shit. It was her fault.
It was totally her fault.
Her.
Yeah, that Claremont Lounge though, it's pretty famous. Like, you know, Kid Rock
Oh,
is
wow.
a frequenter there. Like all the people when they come and film here, they go there. There's a
Cool.
featured stripper. Her name's Blondie. She's a legend in
I think she's
Atlanta.
retired now.
She
Though.
probably is. She's a older black lady. She's supposedly like Atlanta's first stripper. She's fat, and her shtick was she would crush your beer cans with her tits. And so everyone goes to see it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we've got one at our bar downstairs that's signed by her. You know, if you go there, she'll
Oh.
crush beer cans with her
And
tits
sign the beer can.
and ask you if you've got some cocaine. I mean, she's totally down to part.
She's
She's got to be retired.
She's DTF.
Oh,
She is.
dude.
And her niece, the last time we went there,
Yes.
Blondie wasn't there. Her niece was now working there and crushing beer cans with her butt.
Oh, well, yes. You got to keep the family line going. Yes. You
It
got to
is a
crush with
family
something.
tradition. Yeah.
But see, the ass crushing the beer cans with the ass cheeks is
Dude.
way more talented, in my opinion, because you got to like use the
She was
muscle
just
to
doing
lock
it-
that ass.
Yeah, she was just doing it purely with the muscle, like crushing the beer cans with her tits. She's just like picking up her boobs and crushing it with her hands, essentially, but
Is
like
it
with
like-
her.
With her
In the-
flapjack tits.
Is it inside the cheeks? Like, how is she crushing it? Just
Yeah,
dropping the ass down? Or
inside
she's...
cheeks.
Wow, that is some muscle power.
And then just clenches it. Yeah, she's got a badonk. But I mean, and it's
It's
impressive.
gotta like
She'd
hurt
rip,
too.
she'd
Like
rip
I
your
would
dick
think.
off.
That's,
rip
yeah,
your
she just clamp your dick off. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like Mr. T and damn Eddie Murphy Delirious when he's talking about if Mr. T was
Oh.
gay. Said, hey boy, this round come too fast. I'll rip your dick off. Just like that.
Just one clench. Yes.
They had one lady, she had to be in her 60s, and she always dressed like Little Red Riding Hood.
Hmm.
And it's horrifying because she's your grandmother, and she walks around, and you know, it's all the novelty part of it that's so big in Atlanta. And it's good cheap beer, and it's funny, but
Yeah.
It's just, and they play good music. They
yeah,
play
it's
really
a
good
cool
music.
ass
Yeah.
place. If you're ever in Atlanta, you got to check it out.
Awesome.
It's a good time.
I was gonna ask you guys too. Has doing the show has it helped your marriage? Has it improved it? Is it just something you guys have always kind of done in conversation? Like,
I think, I mean, it's, you know, it's, if anything, it's helped. I mean, we've got a pretty good relationship anyways, but
that's what it seemed like.
yeah, but I told Randall, I'm like, this is really the reason one of the reasons I like doing it is because it's a good solid hour each week that I get, and he gets mine too. Like we get each other's undivided attention
That's
and
cool.
get to actually talk to each other and listen to each other. And yeah, and I swear, like Randall's going deaf every day, and I'm like, and this way, you have my voice going directly into your ear holes with headphones.
Yeah, there's no way to be distracted.
you are
You can't
definitely-
pretend not to hear, Randall.
Exactly.
You know, and we recommend it. You know, we've told other, you know,
It's-
listeners that send us questions, they ask that question, and you know, we think it's a great thing for couples, you know, not just to spend time together, but to do things that they both like to do, and we both enjoy this. But
Yeah.
what the only hiccups we've run into now, and I'm sure you guys know way better than we do, but you know, as your show grows, your audience grows, it becomes a lot easier to piss people off, you know, with what you say. When it's
Yes.
small, when it's smaller, nobody really gives a fuck. Nobody's
Mhm.
listening.
Under
When
the
people start
radar.
listening, you're going to piss off half the people that listen. So
I
dealing with that starts
yeah.
the kind of stuff.
Yeah, and sometimes you want to piss those people off. Like sometimes you get bigger doing that. You get more listens. So
Sure.
you just gotta go with it. You gotta find when to. And sometimes you don't have a way out. You just gotta go down swinging.
Yep. He's got to own it.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people, they got to get over. There's some people just want to be sensitive.
I tell you
Bitches.
too, though, just like you mentioned that, like I've gotten into altercations with people where we've worked it out, and like I have nothing but respect for that person now. Like there has been a few, not many, but
Alan Clark's a good example. We actually
yeah.
like started out hating him.
a guy, Alan Clark, he actually called just to fuck with us, I think, his first interview.
Yes,
and,
yeah.
and finally I was like, dude, the next week I'm like, call us. And we did. We worked it all out. There's been a couple others over the years, but yeah, most of them, yeah, don't. But yeah, like every now and then you get a guy that like, I even had a guy on one of our YouTube videos. He was like, how could you laugh at this? And I just said, as a person, it's a horrible thing, but if you saw it in like Family Guy or a Seth Rogen movie, you would be laughing at it. That's, yeah. The guy was like, yeah, do see that, and and after that he listens to every show. Like it's cool.
That's a perfect point. Yeah, Family Guy goes way over the top.
Yeah.
and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's probably what I love the most about podcasters, because you're not the first person I've heard say that, but that, but if somebody disagrees with a viewpoint or something that somebody says, most podcasters are like, come on the show, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Work the shit out.
That too, and I'm not always one to like, I know everyone doesn't want to hear fucking dick jokes. I know that not everyone wants to laugh at what I'm laughing at, but yeah, if we could see eye to eye, if we could just work it out, it's cool. If not, then I don't know. Go your separate ways.
Well, don't you have a radio background too?
Yes. Early 2000s, I worked at a station, and that's what I was trained for, Randall. I was trained to like fuck what they wanted me to. If there was another station's vehicle at the same gig, they wanted me to throw our station's bumper sticker on it. Like, they wanted me to fuck with other stations. So I ran with it, bro.
What a cool ass gig.
Right?
Yeah. And free drinks all the time, man. It was good.
Nice.
Well, yeah. So is radio how do you think podcasting is killing terrestrial radio?
I think
Or is it already dead? Or
I think terrestrial and even subscription. I think even like XM Sirius XM is kind of gone compared to, podcasting. Like, you could do whatever you want.
Especially now, because you also have the former radio guys who have podcasts now, like Anthony Cumia. He got fired, and now
look at him. Yeah.
On network.
Yeah. Now he's got his own thing, and he's rocking.
I think Howard Stern's the only thing keeping.
Well, Howard Stern, he used to say he hated podcasts. I don't know if he still feels that way.
He was adamant about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's a matter of time before someone talks him into doing it. Like, dude, you could do it from your house.
I feel the same way. Yeah. You don't even have to leave.
Yeah. It would be all...
Guys, we have to wrap this up. I don't want to. I love you guys. I love the interview.
No, this is fucking great. We need to have you guys on our show too, man.
Definitely, and we'll definitely have you guys back. Where can everybody find you?
We are on Twitter at Married as Fuck, and Instagram at Married AF Podcast, and Facebook Married AF Podcast. And if anybody wants to send us questions for when we have Rachel Miller on, or just in general, marriedafpod@gmail.com.
Boom.
Awesome, guys. It's been a
Well, thank you for having us.
We appreciate your time, guys, and we'll holler at y'all soon.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Bye.
See ya.
Later,
guys.
All right.